This is just a quick demo. I thought a good place to start before I show you the demo is I was looking back at GitHub, and this is from 2015 where I say a very snarky thing claiming that Dominic and Paul are fucking up patchwork because they don't know how to make it usable and it'll never work. And several years of doing this, and eventually they said that I should build something or work on building something to solve this problem. I interestingly found a bunch of similar comments on IPFS repositories where I was snarky and not helpful. Sorry about that. If I go to here is Xcode, and here is the simulator. And so I worked with Cryptix, Henry, and some other folks, and we said, what if we took the base of Scuttlebutt, the protocol that's open, and the standards, and we built something that was sort of more driven by a user adoption? And so we built a design team, and we got a little bit of funding, and we've not shown this to anyone, but we now have a Scuttlebutt application that's talking on a test net because we didn't want to mess people up, and you can go and see people's profiles and see who they're following, and it does the blob store and all of the things. We don't have like thread posting yet done and some other things like that, but it's all working. And then you can see the log here as it's connecting to peers in the background. And yeah, so we've been working on that, and we're really excited about trying to get Scuttlebutt into a lot more people's hands. I wanted to show one other thing, which is just, which I haven't shown anyone before, is here's some interface mockups. Our idea is that we need to make this not look like a application for Linux hackers and not look like someone who can build stuff themselves. And so we're trying to translate this peer-to-peer social network into something. We have no idea what it's going to be called. We want to call it Verse, and then lawyers told us we couldn't. So maybe we'll call it Plural. Maybe we won't. But so this is sort of what it looks like. The idea of pulling in some concepts of RSS so that you can do RSS-like publishing and reading. We think that Apple News and Google News shouldn't be closed. And we think it's a really bad idea that that's how a lot of people read their news. We did a lot of sort of how to make it look sort of very familiar, breaking out the threads, seeing who's replying, subscriptions and channels. You know, if you played with Patchwork, you've seen this, but this is sort of what we're thinking about making it look like. Content, push notifications. We'll have to run a push notification server that does push notifications to bring people back in the application. Mentions. This is kind of funky, but it's sort of what setting your own profile looks like. We want to let users connect to existing services so that they can find their social graph of friends. And do that in a way that isn't sharing that graph back out. So we're trying to figure out how to make that social discovery happen so we can make it viral without dumping your social graph and your data on everyone. And we are looking for alpha testers. So the very few of you who have iOS devices, which is like almost no one here, if you give me the email address of your Apple ID, we can put you on our alpha testers list, and you can start hacking on it, and you can use a Scuttlebutt client on your phone. Thanks.